Hey everybody, so I've got a quick tip that's going to help you catch more bass. So common mistake that a lot of guys make when they're trying to figure out where to fish or trying to decide where to fish, one of the first things that guys think about is where is a bass going to be comfortable. So for example, in the summertime, they think, man, it's hot, so those fish are either going to be deep or they're going to be in shade. What you really want to initially think about is where is going to be the largest abundance of food. Availability of food will always trump comfort, every time. A prime example of this is power plant lakes. So take Decker Lake in Austin or Waltree Long Lake in Austin, for example. So back when they ran the power plant, one of the absolute best times to fish in the power plant canal was actually in the summertime. Everybody thinks of power plant lakes and that warm water. The water temperature has very little to do with it, and those power plant lakes being good. The best time to fish in that discharge canal is in the summertime. Everybody think wintertime, you know, when it's cold and the water's warmer in there. Well, we use way more electricity here in Texas in the summertime than we do the wintertime. And so in the summertime, they're running the power plant on those power plant lakes like constantly because everybody's cranking their AC. And so the current that is flowing out of the discharge canal is just ripping. I mean, it's just rolling. And shad and other pelagic bait fish often are attracted to current or go toward current. They're filter feeders, and so when their food is just getting washed to them, they're going to gravitate toward that sort of situation. And so that's why those power plant canals in the summertime are just stacked with bass here in Texas. Now, it's not uncommon here in Texas for the discharge canals on a power plant lake in the summertime for the water temperature to be hitting around 104 to 107 degrees. I mean, just insanely hot. And most guys would think that there is no chance in heck that there's going to be a bass in over 100-degree water. And yet, they're in there, they're stacked in there, and they are ready to eat. And so, oftentimes, you know, we would roll in there in the summertime on Decker, and that water, the current's just rolling out of there, and the shad are just piled up in there because of that current, and the bass are piled up in there too. And we would literally catch like 3 to 8 pound bass, like cast after cast after cast. I mean, almost just piled up in there. And it would be funny because we'd see other boats. They would start idling in there, and I would see guys looking at their depth finder, and I'd see their eyes get real big all of a sudden because they saw that water temperature, and they saw it was over 100 degrees, and guys would just immediately turn around and leave because they think there's no way that there's bass in there. So anyway, if you want to find big concentrations of bass, the number one thing you should be thinking about is where is the food. So if you are able to determine where the largest amounts of food are for the bass, guess what? You're going to find the bass pretty close by the vast majority of the time. So remember, availability of food always trumps comfort. Avoid that common mistake that guys make in thinking about where does a bass want to be comfortable, and think first, where is the largest abundance of food, and you're going to catch more bass.